Hi guys, and welcome to Thankful Thursdays again, and you've got both Rachel and myself, Kel, back now as usual. So we're doing a new programme at the moment which I think's running for the next 3 or 4 weeks, so hopefully the questions sort of intertwine a little bit and kind of have a theme for each week. Before I get started, I just want to apologise for the state of this light. It's not the best for making a video in. I have this fluorescent energy saving bulb above me and it's dark outside, but it's quite late and I've been at hospital today, so it's been the first chance I've had to make a video and I wanted to make sure I got it done, so you're going to have to deal with that. The topic that Rachel and I are looking at for today is creating an environment for recovery. So when I started to think about this question, I was sort of thinking about how there's lots of environments which we are part of. We have our internal environment, we have our immediate external environment, and we have our wider environment as well. And I thought it might be useful to break it down into that. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. So I think for me, the key things in enabling my recovery was support and calmness. I needed my environment to be very calm to enable my recovery. And that was something that was very necessary for me. Not always obtainable, but something that I really needed. So in terms of internal environment, something to help you keep calm, for me, you always need an outlet, and for me, as I've said before, that's always been writing. I'm sure I've gone on about this a million times. But writing for me really helps me process my emotions and helps me feel calmer. So you need to find something that can help calm your inner environment. That might be playing a sport, it might be writing like me, it might be drawing, I don't know, it could be ripping up yellow pages, whatever works for you, whatever helps you feel calm. And in terms of internal support, well, when you're in your eating disorder, you don't really care about yourself, or that's generally my perception and my experience. So it's good, like I've said before as well, to have things like the sticky notes with quotes on and comments from friends or anything friends have sent you. Like I have cards and things next to my computer that people have sent me and offering me support and kindness along the way. So having those things around me helped me internally, helped me feel worth the struggle. So the next environment really is your immediate environment, so that's your home environment. And I appreciate it's not always easy to have a calm home environment. If you're in the position to do so, and I'm assuming that many viewers are at home with their parents, if you're in the position to do so, I think it's important to explain things to your parents, because just because they are parents doesn't mean that they understand how to help you. And like I said, the calmness for me was very important, and I needed real peace around me when I was eating, and couldn't be chaos and things like that. So do explain those things to the people around you. And something else in terms of the environment that helped me in terms of actually eating was having a set place where I go to eat, a set calm place that I felt sort of safe to eat in. That was quite good for me. And on the other side of that, if your eating disorder leads you to binging or purging, put things in your environment that are going to help. So I think I might have mentioned in a video before, I used to have my counsellor's business card stuck with a magnet onto the fridge, and that just reminded me of all the things that we'd talked about in sessions and why I was recovering and what it was for and why it was important. You could put things like that, or you could put a little quote if you have some quote that particularly gives you strength. And even if you want to, and I've heard people do it, put something in the bathroom to remind yourself not to go purge, to give yourself a little bit of strength and a little reminder of what recovery is and why you're doing it. So I think that's just a couple of suggestions that I think would be helpful and were helpful to me. If your home environment isn't conducive to your recovery, then some people do require inpatient. And I know that in most inpatients you kind of have your own room, and I think that is about creating your own environment where you feel you can go to and you can be calm. so hopefully at home, but maybe inpatient, and that you have support there, that you can go to somebody, perhaps somebody that shares your meal times with you. You can go to them and say, I'm struggling with this, or they can just give you a hug and support, or they can just be there with you while you're eating. I think things like that are really, really helpful. Maybe somebody you can sit with after you've eaten, if you purge or exercise, and things like that. And then your wider environment. Of course, this is mostly going to be either school for those of you that are still in school or college or university, or perhaps work for a few of us. I think it's important that the support continues everywhere. I know when I was at university, if I needed to go and eat with somebody, I could go to the nurses who knew me quite well. I could go to them and I could sit and I could get support from them, and they'd allow me to eat with them if I wanted to and if I was able to. And I think having somebody in every environment you're in you can go to like that is really, really helpful. Whether it's somebody you can go and cry on or rant at or eat with, whatever it might be, whatever you need, try and seek it out, because you are worth it. And all your friends around you are not always going to understand, and things aren't always going to be calm. And it's okay to say to your friends, okay, I'm finding this difficult and I need a little bit of time, and to go sit by yourself for a little while. I used to always forever take 15 minutes out between my classes when I was at university, because I kind of needed space, calm down, just be by myself. And that just helped me deal with things personally. So I think when you create an environment, you're not just talking about your immediate environment, you're also talking about your internal environment, your immediate external environment, and your wider environment. And like I already said, the two most important things to me were support and calmness. The last environment is probably worth a mention, is who you have counselling with, your counselling or therapy environment, because that is another environment that you go to. And it's important that you feel safe and calm sometimes, not always, but that you can be calm with your counsellor or therapist, whatever sort of treatment you're getting, and that is a good environment for you to be in as well. And as somebody that's had several counsellors along the journey, I think it's okay to say if it's not working, if you need to do something differently, it's okay to do that, because this is your recovery and these are your environments for recovery. Everybody is there to help you. So I'm not sure if that has been useful at all, and I feel like I've completely waffled, but hopefully that's been help to somebody out there, and I'll see you again next week, guys. Take care. Bye.